Boobs are lumpy. Even if you're a guy, don't skip this part because boobs are lumpy and you need to know about it. It's normal. God, my boobs have really shrunk since I've lost weight, like so much. I'm kind of loving it. Like my bras are just like, I just want money to come into my bank account without me having to do anything. That's the long and short of it. If someone were to give me £5 million, I wouldn't say no. I'd be like, yes, come at me. What do I have to do for it? Nothing? Great. Even better. This girl, she's burnt out. It's my birthday in 2 days and it's Christmas in 12 days. And I am like, I'm just done with life. But like, it looks fine, doesn't it? Doesn't it look fine? I look a bit like a spaniel, but otherwise it looks kind of fine. Like, hair is the frame for everything. Like, yes, you can have a outfit on, but if your hair is on point, you are on point. And they say you can't polish a turd, but you can do your hair. Hi, it's Naughty Girl here. I'm naughty for so many reasons. Number one, I missed my podcast 2 days ago, so this is going up late. I mean, just look at me, right? You can see this girl, she's burnt out. It's my birthday in 2 days, and it's Christmas in 12 days. 10 days after my birthday. And I am like, I'm just fucking done with life. So anyway, that's a little personal update on my story. What I realised has been happening over the past few podcast episodes is I've been accidentally recording it on my MacBook microphone. I tell you what, it doesn't sound awful, but I've literally got a fucking microphone here. And I was like, why does it sound so weird? Anyway, we've resolved it. We've sorted it out. I have figured out life now. So on Monday, I'm so sorry for not uploading. I'm sure nobody cared, but here we are anyway. I have such bags under my eyes. Basically, I've been working every fucking day. Like every day. And every day I'm not working. I am working every day. So there isn't a day that I'm not working. So ironically, I'm going to bring to you today things you should be doing every week as a follow-up to my things we should be doing every day. Now, it's kind of ironic because there are many things on this list that I probably don't do every week, but I should be doing. And they kind of slip when I stop looking after myself, i.e. this week. I'm in a financial hole at the moment, #cost of living crisis. Yes, I just hashtagged. And that means that my standards slip on how well I look after myself. Oh, Christ. So I'm exhausted. Hey, but this is my last day at work today for a few days. So I'm hoping Gala's going to recover a bit. But this is such a busy fucking month. Like, usually I've got a party. We're going away for my birthday. Then I'm coming straight back to the party. And then I'm going straight back to work. And then, then it's Christmas. And then I'm back to work again. And then it's New Year. And then I'm back to work again. Because, anyway, no one fucking cares. Let's just get into this, shall we? Now, as someone who No, I didn't actually brush my hair yesterday, but I washed it. As somebody who washed her hair, yesterday, and as somebody who doesn't wash her hair every day, or even every other day, I have put this on my list, right? Because if you've listened to the last episode, which was called, let me just look it up because it's like, then you'll know. It's not hugely obvious which one it is, but I did just listen and find out. So it's called A Doctor's Guide to Balancing Health and Productivity. But that's my things you should be doing every day. I'm also a little bit unwell. I think I'm just unwell. I just want money to come into my bank account without me having to do anything. Like that's the long and short of it. I want money. If someone were to give me £5 million, I wouldn't say no. I'd be like, yes, come at me. What do I have to do for it? Nothing? Great. Even better. But no one gives you anything for free. That's what I've realised in this life. So I'm sure there's going to be a hefty price. But I would have a contract and I'd sign it depending on the clause. And I'd make sure that thing was fucking bulletproof. Anyway, that took a little turn, didn't it? Sugar daddies, hit me up. I won't have sex with you. Okay, so somebody who washed her hair yesterday, I'm feeling it. It's nice. Do you know what? You give your scalp a little scrub. You get all that skin off, you know? Because I don't brush my hair either, like I just do it in the shower, so much fucking hair comes out and I don't let it go down the shower. I actually collect it, put it in the toilet or the bin. It's like kind of satisfying. Sometimes I do brush my hair when it's like a big knotty mess, but it's rare. I don't think we need to brush our hair. So I finger brush it mainly. Look, there's me finger brushing it. But mainly I just like do it in the shower, or if I'm going out, sometimes I'll brush it, or if I need to like plait my hair, I'll brush it. But why are we brushing our hair? Maybe I'm missing a trick here. But like, it looks fine, doesn't it? Doesn't it look fine? I look a bit like a spaniel, but otherwise it looks kind of fine, right? It's not done or anything. I just took it down from being up in like a ponytail, you know, because that's how I roll. I must admit though, when I do my hair, like, hair is the frame for everything. Like, yes, you can have a shit outfit on, but if your hair is on point, you are on point. You don't even need makeup if your hair looks good. You don't even need nice skin if your hair looks good. It's like putting a frame around like a shit picture. And they say you can't polish a turd, but you can do your hair. So it does make me feel good. And I tell you what, limiting how much I wash and brush my hair, it makes it all that special, all that more special. You know, you're like, wow, I feel good today. All of my dead hairs have come out and they're in the bin or in the sewer. Sorry, sewer men or women, sewer people. Who clean out the big fat bugs, the sewers. Yeah. So anyway, this next one's a little doctor tip. Doctor tip. I should have like a little woo infographic, but I don't. So I've got enough things to do, let alone fully edit my podcast. So anyway, if you're a man or a woman, even if you're a man, you should be checking your breast, because guess what, people? Men can get breast tissue too. Plot twist, it's called gynecomastia, and you can get breast cancer even as a man. Now, I actually had a breast scare. I think it's on my podcast somewhere. I described what happened. I even went for a little ultrasound. One of the doctors examined my boobies, and he was a little bit judgmental because I told him I'd had this lump for a year, and he was like, "You've had it for a year?" And I could just sense the like disappointment in his voice. And I was like, yeah, but I am, in my head, I was like, yeah, but I am a doctor, so like I could tell it wasn't malignant, right? So I was like, it's fine, I'm keeping an eye on it. But then it just got into my head. I don't know why, it got into my head, and I was like, oh, I should probably get it checked. I probably saw a patient that like had something wrong with them and just ignored it, and then I was like, okay, let's go in. Anyway, check your boobies and balls, if you have balls, every week. Simple. I do it in the shower. Do you know why? Because soap acts as a nice booby lubricant. And don't do it when you're on your period, boys and girls, because I'm snotty again. Because God, my boobs have really shrunk since I've lost weight, like so much. I'm kind of loving it. Like my bras are just like, they're just like encompassing my boob, and my boobs are having a great time. So, what was I saying? Anyway, the soap acts as a boob lubricant. Don't do it whilst you're on your period, because boobs get lumpy. Boobs are lumpy. Even if you're a guy, don't skip this part, because boobs are lumpy and you need to know about it. So basically, when you're on your period, your boobs swell a bit. It's normal. And they'll feel more lumpy. The thing is, you need to know what's normal lumpy for you and what is abnormal lumpy. So if you do it every week, you can then be like, oh, okay, this feels a little bit different. But I wouldn't, firstly, when you're on your period or just before, you don't want to be poking your boobies because it hurts. Also, furthermore, just to summarise this point, just to conclude, feel into your armpits as well, because your breast tissue extends into your armpit and along like the pec muscle and then into your armpit. So don't forget that part. Anyway, anything that feels abnormal, go get it checked out. And then you know what your boobies feel like. My next one, the same with your balls. I should probably tell you how to do your balls, right? Guys feel their balls all the time. I don't feel like I need to tell you how to examine your balls, because what guy does not sit there and cup their balls and scratch their scrotum and like fondle and like, you know, if a guy has ball pain, I'm telling you, they are in the emergency department. And like it's like something the guys are very, you know, because it's their manhood, right? So it's something that they're very like, oh, my balls hurt, I should go and see somebody about that. Most people don't go, oh, my balls hurt, I'm just going to leave it, like generally. So the thing is, balls are they've got like a little bit of lumpy bit on them too, but I think guys generally know what their balls feel like. But I think if you feel them every day, just run them through your fingers. There's a little side bit, it's called the epididymis. Funny name, I know. The epididymis. It can get a bit inflamed sometimes, but it shouldn't have, and your balls would feel nice and smooth, and they generally shouldn't be tender. Don't squeeze them too hard, my friends. And you just run them through your fingers. I felt a lot of balls now. A lot. Considering I'm a woman. A lot. Anyway, not in my personal life, let me tell you. I've definitely seen more balls than I've seen lady parts, which is interesting, to say the least. There we go. So next, wash your clothes. I went shopping. This is part of the haul, this jumper. I went shopping, obviously clothes shopping. Yeah, that is on the list. And I bought loads of new clothes. Now, I didn't throw loads out, I'm not going to lie. As a result, the other day, because I went away twice in like 2 weeks, my last 2 months has been pretty busy. I need a rest. So twice in 2 weeks, I went to Edinburgh and then I went to London. So Gal has been exploring. And I came back and I had so many fucking clothes to wash. I was like, Jesus Christ, I did like 4 loads. They're still going. I still haven't even put them in the wardrobe. They're still on my floor. I currently have a floordrobe. And I'm reminiscing to when I was like 14, when floordrobe was the one, you know? So I'm so fucking snotty, I actually can't cope. Do you know what I think it is? I think it's that I haven't drunk enough. And what happens when you haven't drunk enough water is, funnily enough, oh my God, my face is so red. I look like Rudolph. It'll go down in a minute. What happens is your mucus gets really thick and then it's like, hello, I'm here. I'm going to block up your sinuses, and you're trying to talk as well continuously for an hour. So I'm not going to make it easy for you. Anyway, I'm well prepared. I have a roll of tissue here. Not because of crying emergencies, although that is a risk. Not today, though, I don't think. I'm feeling all right, you know. No tears be brewing. For snot emergencies, look, that redness is gone straight away. That is an actual miracle of life. Okay, so anyway, I came back. 4 loads of washing, and it was never ending. It was like another load, and then obviously I kept wearing clothes. At one point, I ran out of underwear. I had no underwear, and I'm not sure I'm proud to admit this. I'm not. I don't know if I want to, but I've started this story now, so I'm going to fucking finish it. I turned my pants inside out. I can't believe I just admitted to that. But I did. It was the first and only time I've done it. I promise. But I was like, is it worse to wear the same pants twice, the same way round? Or is it worse to turn your pants inside out? I was like, definitely the first. So I turned them inside out and I got a wash on quickly because I was like, I don't want to be that person. But we went there. My friends have often said I am a guy in a female body. There we go, that's proof. So washing your clothes, I just think keeping on top of it, you know, and not running out of pants is an important... When I say pants, by the way, I mean underwear for those American listeners of you. Hello? Oh no, I just did an Australian accent again. Hi there. Yeah, hi there. I'm talking about your underwear, not your pants, not your trousers. So washing your clothes, it's good to keep on top of it. It's good to not run out of socks, underwear, bras. I'm quite a sweaty person. It's winter. I'm still sweating as I walk places. So my clothes need washing on the regs, you know? I wear them once, maybe twice, and that's it. Because, no. Exercise. Oh my God, guys, I've been so bad. So bad. I have not exercised in... such a long time. And I'm paying like this ridiculous gym membership. And this is why I've cancelled it, because it's not that I don't want to go to a gym. Number one, it's quite far away. And number two, it's just so much money. Like, it kind of puts me off going. Because I don't know, that's such a backwards thinking. Like, it's like, you should be wanting to go to the gym because it's so much money. But I'm like, it's nearly ended. I just want to get this fucking gym out of my life. I want a new one. New year, new me, you know, whatever. I didn't actually manage on purpose, you know, time it to end on January the 1st, but it happened. And now I'm going to be one of those gym wankers that joins the gym in January, except I'm not, because I've been to the gym for nearly 14 years. So it's not like a new thing, okay? If you see me at the gym in January, I'm a long-term attender, a regular attender. That's what we call the people who attend the emergency department a lot. I'm a gym regular attender, and that's a thing, I believe. But I have been slacking off on the exercise because I've just been away, and all the time I'm not away, I'm working because I'm trying to drag myself out of my debt. And I know I should calm down. And then when I'm not working, I'm here doing this. So it's like I had a bit of a podcast life crisis the other day when I forgot, because I was working. I forgot and I didn't get up early enough to podcast on the Monday, and then I was like, oh, who fucking cares? I literally don't think anyone cares. So I was like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. And I haven't reached one of those points in a while, but you know, it's hard when you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, because you're so burnt out from so many things. And then the thing is, I want to do content creation, but the thing is, because I need to work, I have to prioritize that. Anyway, that's my sob story for the day. Have a day off. That's kind of ironic, right? Oh my God, that was so loud. I'm sorry. That's kind of ironic because I am talking about how burnt out I am. Yay. But you should have a day off every week. And the reason why I've included this one is because I speak to some patients and they're like, they come in with chest pain and they've got a lot of anxiety, and anxiety can cause chest pain, if you didn't know that. Not all chest pain is a heart attack. Plot twist. But I say to them, you know, what do you do for life? I say for life because some people don't work. So I don't want to be, what do you do for work? And they're like, I don't work. And then they feel bad about themselves or whatever. So I'm like, what do you do in life? And they're like, oh, I work. And I'm like, okay, what do you do? And they're like, oh, I'm a social worker, but I've only just started and I can't make ends meet, so I'm working in McDonald's for the weekend. And I'm like, so you're working 7 days a week? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, I think you should stop doing that. That is my medical advice. Stop working 7 days a week. What are you doing? And that's rich coming from me. The thing is, I haven't actually worked that many days this week. In theory, I don't know, my phone's not here, but I think I had like a day off sick. This week it's been 4 days. Is it? I think it's because I've been working like 5 or 6 days in a row. It just feels like a lot. But also my work is so intense, and also sometimes I just don't want to do it. I just want to do this. But it's like, well, this ain't paying the bills, so bitch gotta go. Gotta go in. Ugh. Snot don't lie. Ooh, take time. This is a lot to do in a week. I realise this. People have lives. This is not a, you should be doing this. This is a, it would be good if you could, you know? Why don't you give it a go as a little challenge? But this is not a prescription, right? Just, to be honest though, most people, I think over half of people don't actually take their medicines as prescribed anyway. So just follow the general population, over half the population, and you will be doing just fine. But these are like what I like to try and do every week. I used to exercise 5 days a week, sometimes 6. How did I have time for that? Oh, I know. I didn't have a YouTube channel and a podcast and 2 dogs and a social life. And I didn't have to work because the rent in Bristol and the council tax and the bills have all like tripled in the past year. Oh, that's how. Okay. I got it now. Fuck. The thing is, it's not like the snot is coming out of my nose. What it's doing is it's like, no, I don't know if I should say, but I'm going to. It's like sitting like right at the back, and it's like, at least it's clear. That's a good sign. I'm not infected. A lot of the doctors are like, they're still in work and they're like, because it's hard to have a day off as a doctor. We're slipping back into that I'm dying, but I'm still going to come into work kind of mantra. Anyway. Take time, so have a day off. Don't be working 7 days a week. And that's an order right there. Take time off for a hobby / read, I've put. Because reading for me is a hobby or like a pastime. They're kind of the same thing, I suppose. I've got a magazine that I like to read. It's called The Simple Things. And their motto is, if you don't think you have enough time to read this, it probably means you need to read it. Something like that. It's a bit nicer worded than that. But it's basically like you need to make time for yourself, basically. And I think we should be doing a hobby every week. What is my hobby? I think, is it this? Is this a hobby? I guess so. But I do read. I said a hobby or read. I used to play sports. God. The thing is, I just wish I had... this is what I mean. This is why I wish I had money coming into my bank account, right? That I am not at work for, so I can just like live my life. I guess that's what retirement is, right? You're like, okay, money, I've got money coming to me, but I don't actually have to work for it. Like, I've worked for it already. But also I would love it if, you know, I don't know, just money poured into my bank account, and I would find a way to spend it, especially with all these new hobbies I would be getting. I'd be playing sports. I would be so fit. I'd be well travelled. I'd probably eat nicely. What else would I do? Socialise. Although everyone's like, oh, I'm at work. And it's like, I'm not, because money's just magically appearing in my bank account in this fantasy world. So I think, yeah, we should, even if it's like just before bed. At the moment, I've got my magazine right next to my bed, and I just open it up. I just read a few pages, you know, not the whole thing. We don't need to go crazy, but open it up, have a little flick through. You don't need, the other thing is, I always get this thing where I'm like, I need to read every word of this, but I don't. You don't need to read every word of a magazine. That's kind of the point. I'm looking at myself now and I'm like, I look like a different person in the little viewfinder, so I'm really confused. I don't know why. Why do I look different? It's my birthday soon. Maybe I'm just older. Confusing. Or maybe it's because I haven't podcasted in like a week, so I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? So yeah, have a little read. Or just like a thing that switches you off. I guess you could meditate. You could do something you like. I think that's the thing. Do something you like. I need to stop watching Netflix because I think that's where most of my time goes. When I'm not working, I'm like, I'm going to watch Netflix for 2 hours in the morning and then 2 hours in the evening, or maybe longer. And then it's like, whoa, 4 hours. Bye. Challenge yourself. What does that even say? I can't read that. Puzzle. Puzzle or physically? I was like, what the fuck have I written? Puzzle? I have the New York Times Games app. It cost me $2.99 a month. I should probably cancel that. But anyway, you get like Wordle, you get connection games, anyway, it's like a little mind game for me. I don't think, the problem is I like doing it before bed, but I don't think it does me any favours, you know. I think it wakes me up. So I don't recommend that. Maybe do it in the morning. That would be quite a nice start, wouldn't it? Rather than Netflix. There we go. But you can also challenge yourself physically. I think if you do one thing every week that makes you feel uncomfortable, you're just having a good time. But like, maybe not a good time, but you're bettering yourself every week. I think I just look really old. God, it's all this working. It's killing me. Also, I haven't drunk enough. Physically would be like, why don't you go to a new exercise class? Try something different. Push yourself a bit harder. What else? Go for a difficult hike or a moderate, depending on, difficult for you. Do something that's difficult for you. I just think it builds mental resilience as well as physical improvement and also mental health, like mental cognitive benefits. Doing a puzzle. Bye-bye dementia. I've put here, weigh yourself. I don't want people to take this the wrong way because, if you have like issues with your body or eating, then maybe this isn't the advice for you. But I think one thing that let me slip into morbid obesity was that I wasn't weighing myself. I buried my head in the sand and I was like, no, I'm going to ignore all my problems. I am not going to weigh myself. So I just went like a fucking ostrich in the sand. My head was in there and it was like, I'm ignoring it. But if you weigh yourself, you can, it is a bit stressful for me anyway. And I have talked about my, issues with weighing myself in the past on one of my episodes. It's called Unmasking My Battle with Eating Disorders and Body Image Issues. It was published a few episodes ago. But I think it's good to weigh yourself just to say, okay, I'm staying at the same weight. Now, if you don't have issues with your weight, great. But almost everybody in the world does, I would say. Like, most people will probably, as they get older, put on weight and not notice. And I think it's good just to show what your weight is doing. And if it's staying the same, great. Maybe you need to lose a little bit. But I think it's good to like not just pretend that your weight doesn't exist and ignore it. Pamper yourself. Guys, my podcast is like all about self-care, mental health and well-being. You could listen to my episode if you want. That would be like a little pamper. But what I've been doing recently is just like, have a thing where you like look after yourself, where you have like a real deep cleanse shower. Do one of those once a week where you fucking wash your hair, you like cut your nails, maybe not every week, but cut your nails and you like exfoliate and you like do like a full skincare routine and you feel like a fucking boss. You're like, I am a boss. Like no one can stop me now. And I'm telling you, when you've had one of those pamper days, maybe you get a massage. Maybe you don't because you don't have any money for that. And that's fine because that's also me. But, you walk out that shower and you are a new person. You're like, I can now conquer the world. I imagine I was going to make a really inappropriate dictator joke then. Okay, let me say, imagine that's what Julius Caesar did. He had like a shower where, he scrubbed his fucking feet and he he exfoliated with some volcanic rock and he was like, I can now tackle the world. Did you know, by the way, I'm pretty sure it's Julius Caesar, he wrote a diary? And it's kind of funny because I haven't read it, but I've heard that apparently all of the issues that he had as a Roman emperor or wherever he was, we still have those issues. I think it's an interesting read, but I haven't read it, but I'm kind of keen. So if anybody wants to buy it for me, then that would be nice. Or send me a copy, whatever. I don't have a method of that, but whatever. So if Julius Caesar did it and I do it, and we are both amazing people, then what are you doing? Come on, get yourself in that shower or bath. Remove all of your sins and dead skin cells and hairs that have fallen out but are just still hanging in there, and remove all that grime under your nails. Oh God, it just feels... I've got all of the exfoliating methodologies in my shower. So there we go. Socialise. Whatever your method of socialising is, you got to do it. Because humans need social interaction. Are we social beings? Yes, we are. That was your response. We are literally social creatures. I don't care if you're an introvert. I don't care if you don't really like people that much. Like, you still need to speak to humans. And lockdown was awful. Who agrees? I do. So, it might just be that you talk to someone on the phone. That's still, in a way, socialising. It might just be that you talk to someone at work. But go, try and arrange to see people. The issue with nowadays is when you're like a student or you're a child, it's like, well, everyone's free. Do you want to do something after school? Yeah, I'm free. Do you want to do something after work? No, I'm too tired. Or do you want to do something this weekend? No, I've got like 5 weddings to go to. Okay, so book people in advance, but don't go too crazy. You don't want to have like every weekend booked. Some days you might not want to socialise. I've got a heavy social calendar this month. And then my last one is go food shopping. I've been really bad at that recently because I'm going away. Like, not tomorrow, but the day after, I'm kind of like, I can survive, Canned soup is where it's at. What? I thought someone's talking to me. Someone being Tom, not just a random person. And there are some times where you don't go food shopping every week, and that's great. Bye-bye. I was going to say bye-bye money, but then I was like, hello money. But it's good to get like new fruits and vegetables in the house. I think the issue is when I don't go food shopping, I end up eating mainly like frozen vegetables, which is fine. It's fine, but it's not the same, I like a little bit of fruit, some like blueberries or lettuce. Do you know what I mean? And if you don't go food shopping, you end up just eating like, oh, I'll have some potatoes and frozen peas and salmon out the freezer. What happened there? I don't know. So that's not like a bad meal, but also I don't want to eat that every meal, which reminds me, do I even have anything for lunch today? Oh well. Well, anyway, I've got to go to work, so I'll love you and leave you. Thanks so much for listening, guys. I theoretically upload every Monday and Thursdays, but it was a bit late this week. I might upload this today. It is Wednesday, and then I'll just do one on Thursday as well, because I'm fucking crazy. Anyway, love ya, miss ya, bye. Oh, I'm tired already. Don't want to go to work, please. No, don't let me do it. Don't make me do it. Ah!